Mic on? Yes, it's on. We made it work, guys. We are done and we made it work. I'm actually proud of myself. I was able to tell a story and do makeup. I mean, I'm not done with the story, but now I can relax and tell the story. Okay, let's go back to the story. Fast forward to all the checks they did. They couldn't really find anything, even via the ultrasound, but also manually not find anything from the C-section. So it's really has nothing to do with the C-section. I mean, it's still healing, but they don't think it's from that. Then they did a lot of other tests, and then they finally said, okay, since they cannot really find anything, they're going to, no, they took a picture also, abdomen picture. They didn't want me to work on my own at this point. They just wanted me to be careful with an abdomen, so they ruled me to every place and everywhere. So I went to take the abdomen picture, and through that also they could not really find anything. They were very determined to make sure that they checked all the boxes before they let me go. Then later on, then they said, okay, they are going to do the last one, and that is radiology. So they called the radiology department and they made an appointment for the morning, early morning. So all the scans and tests was happening between 1 a.m. to about 6 a.m. So by 6:30-ish, 7, they came to give me breakfast and some paracetamol to like ease the pain. Wheeled me to the scan room, and there I was already feeling, I don't know, a bad feeling. The lady was like, I think she already knows what it's going to be, but she's not sure, and she hopes there will not be any operation. Of course, because I just had an operation 6 weeks ago, so she hopes there won't be any operation. There's also renovations going on in the house. In case you hear something, that's what's going on, and I think everything is happening at the same time, but I'm still trying to film this video by all costs. So really help me, please, guys. In case you've gotten to this part, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share your journey. How was your postpartum journey? Because to film this video, but we overcome. She checked and she thinks it's, yeah, she already thought, okay, probably the symptoms, she thinks it's appendix, and she hopes that it's not going to be something that it will be operational, since I'm just recovering. I was like, hope not to. And the nurse that was with me was very kind. She was like cheering me up. She was like, don't worry, nothing is your fault, it's okay. And then she did the scan, and lo and behold, my appendix was affected. Now, how this happened, I don't know. I asked them, is it because of my CS, or did I do wrong? It's like, it's my fault. And they were like, no, it's really, you can't really say. The appendix can happen to anybody, any age, and you really cannot say. Yeah, basically that. Wow. And I asked, am I going to need a surgery? I didn't want to do another surgery, another abdomen surgery 6 weeks after I just had a major one. Nurse really was sympathized. She was like, yes, I know, but don't worry, you'll be fine. We've done the surgery every time, at least once a week, multiple times a week we do this. The surgeons are good and you're in good hands. So that really relieved me a little bit. And mind you, yes, I was just not happy that I had to go through another surgery. Then I was just thinking about the recovery stage, and I was still recovering from the other one. So yeah, everything just felt a lot. Yeah, basically I was just not in the mood for another surgery. I think I got to know there was appendix that was affected by 8 p.m. and by 10 they wanted it to be gone, because it was like they need to do it ASAP. I think if you have ever removed your appendix, it doesn't really last long. Everything goes so fast. The minute they know it is, and the time when it's being removed, it's so fast, because they try to schedule it as soon as possible, because it's really dangerous if it busts, and it's really going to affect a lot of things in the abdomen. So really, they do it really fast. Basically, that was done, and I was ready to be, yeah. And then I went back, and then they told my husband, and he was really devastated that again, why? And then it was, yeah, we were all not happy. And I called my parents, because at this point, since why I was there was just basically for stomach pain. So then I called my parents that, okay, I'm going for a surgery. And they were in church. It was a Sunday. I know they would be in church at that time. And yeah, I called everyone, because they were in church. No one was speaking. I literally called every single person. I don't know who called back. I think my sister called back. And then my mom, my sisters were on the phone together. And then before I went, my father saw, and then my father called back. So I talked to everybody, and yeah, we went. They wheeled me to the theater. I could only go alone because someone has to stay with my baby, with our baby, and yeah, my husband was there. And yeah, in there. I was just not feeling well. And then the nurses were so kind. They're like, you have a beautiful baby. Oh, wait, before that, I had to breastfeed. So they wheeled me back and they were like, okay. And I told them, like, it's almost time to breastfeed. And so they wheeled me back because one nurse was like, yes, that's also important for you, especially if it's important for you, we'll let you go back. So they said, they gave me like about 15 minutes. So I pumped for 20 minutes so that my husband could give her the food. And then after pumping, I went back into the theater because they were waiting for the surgeon to finish another surgery. So I had the time to quickly to pump and then come back. So when I was in the surgery, fast forward to the time it was time for my surgery. Yeah, I was so just thinking about my daughter. I was so scared. I was like, God, I beg, oh, please, let everything just go well and go back to see her and everything. That was the only thing I was thinking. And the nurse said something where I said, don't worry, you come back. Because they had to put me to sleep in this one. The first one, the CSU, don't sleep. I mean, I don't know how it is, but you actually get to see your baby when they bring the baby out. And they don't put you to sleep, just numb you from your stomach downwards. So but this time I really had to go to sleep, for them to do it. So I woke up, I think it was this was actually longer than the CS took, about like 40 minutes, but this took about like an hour. And I woke up and then I was like, everything went well. They said there was no complication, the loss of blood was okay, that I just need to rest and recover. Okay. And then I went back to my room and I saw my daughter. I was happy. I carried her. I saw my husband. We were happy. Everything went well. And my mom was like, I can come. And I just told her that, it's fine. She just rest. I didn't want to like panic anyone because I was like, I've gone through a bigger surgery 6 weeks before. But I think, no, that was a lie. This one was more difficult. They even said it's possible since on Sunday, they don't want to let me go on the Sunday, like the same day. It's better to rest. Then I was going to go on the next day, Monday. I was going to go home the next day, Monday. Fast forward, gotten home, called everyone, our family members. Everyone was like so worried and hope we're doing well and how to take care of the baby. I was like, yeah, it's fine. I mean, we did it. Yeah, that's that. And she's clapping a lot. So yeah, I got home and I think that's why it tells like, oh, it's like going back, square zero. Square one again. No, that's square zero, because we were the only ones. Then I thought, okay, who is the fastest to get here? So we called for the help that is fastest to come, and that was my sisters. I'm so grateful for them, because then they were not able to come immediately, of course, but like 2 days later, they were able to come to help. They took turns, and that really helped, because at that point, I really broke down. I was like, I was just trying to get back to, going for walks, barely went for walks the first 6 weeks, but now I was trying to go for walks again, and now this is happening, and it's like square zero. I wasn't able to move too much. I'm not allowed to move. I'm not allowed to a lot of things. Again, it takes so long to recover. I'm still recovering, to be honest. But yeah, this is it. So it just went to square zero. And then that was when it hit me about what I said in my previous video about nutrition. Really, maybe why the appendix was affected was because of my nutrient wasn't like good enough. Maybe I wasn't drinking enough water, which is quite weird because I knew I was drinking a lot of water since I was breastfeeding. I didn't really have a big appetite, but I had appetite. I had water appetite thing. But so I don't even know what happened. So then I really focused on my nutrition to get me back on my feet. And that's why I purchased the book from CCME that I mentioned in the previous video for my food plan. Then my sisters helped. They came to batch cooked, and it was nice to because my husband I think he was only free. He was only able to get free from work for like 2 days, and he had to go back. So before he went back, no, it happened on Monday. We got back home on Monday. He had to go back on a Wednesday or Thursday. Wednesday. So Wednesday I was alone in the house, which was still okay. But by Thursday, my sister was able to come to help, which was quite okay for us. And then I ate well. I was starting to eat well, and then she made my hair. We're talking, laughing. That helps to distract you from everything that is going on. And we make some videos, and I just rested. I really was more intentional with my drinking and my eating, but also very important, doing number 2. in the sense going to the toilet to do number 2, because I was now more conscious. Like every 2 to 3 days, they told me to make sure to do that, and I was really conscious. So guys, do not take your bowel movement as a joke. It's very important. It shows a healthy gut, because that's what happened, and I just think it's because of that. I mean, then it got infected. So yeah, I could have. I don't know if I could have avoided it. It was just, it is. So that just took my recovery stage back to square zero, because now I was now recovering from 2 surgeries almost at the same time, because the surgery of the CS is like, how can I say it? It took things slowly. I was just really with Dara, then my sisters came to help, like what I mentioned in my previous video, and really focus on nutrition, focus on, faith, listen to the word of God, just things like that. So that's how I actually was able to survive the 2 operations back to back. So mind you, the operation, by the way, the CS, like, this is the gap between them, because yeah, that was where they needed. So it was very close to each other. So guess what happened? In the next 3 days, I had started having fever. I wasn't feeling well. All this didn't happen. What do you think happened when 2 things are healing together? Exactly. The other one, the newer operation wound, had an infection. I'm very careful, drink lots of water, but it's just happened. And I called, and they were like, yeah, it's possible, just because the other wounds are still healing, and that is also healing. So it just had infection, and I had a fever, and I was so scared. It's like, what's going on? It was just like never ending. So then my mom gave me a trick to try to wear like potato, cut half a potato and put it in my socks, and it should soak out the warmth from my body, and it really worked. I did it, and I slept with it overnight. I'm not sure if it was a nap overnight, but I slept and I woke up and it went away. The fever went away. It was really a good Caribbean trick. My mom is from Korea, so it's a good Caribbean trick, and it worked. So yeah, basically that was how I survived navigating, or how I found out I got another surgery, and yeah, and also how I navigated after coming home. Wasn't really easy. Looking back, I'm like, thank God. It was the end of the year / beginning of the year, and I was just ready to go to the new year with, in happiness and, joyful. We had a good Christmas. I mean, Christmas I was trying to heal. I unfortunately had to miss my sister's 30th birthday, because it was the same week I had my surgery. So I was really not able to go there myself, or even do a lot, because my body was still healing. My elder sister, so I have 2 other sisters, was just at my house, I think a day before my elder sister's birthday. So it was very fresh, where she was helping me out. And then she went to my sister's birthday the weekend. So it was really fresh. I had to miss a 30th birthday, which I was really bummed about it. I'm very big with numbers and birthdays, so I was just really bummed about it. But, by God's grace, there'll be more to celebrate together. Christmas came. I was not really feeling, we didn't really feel Christmas, because we were just dealing with a lot already earlier December. But thank God we were with family, and we ate, we laughed, and we went back home. So that's how I basically recovered, and then the new year came, and I was feeling more positive and thankful that we reached the new year. So yeah, because I've heard stories, not sad stories, of surgeries and not healing properly, or the surgery getting infection. So I was really scared, really, when I had an infection again from the second surgery. But I'm so grateful that we're here. I'm really thanking God that we survived and through this period, and thank you for the family members, all the family members who checked, called, cooked, everything. Really appreciate it. And yeah, thank God, through ups and downs, we finally come to the end of this video, and thank you so much for sticking around this far, and I will see you in my next video. Adios amigos. Mwah.